like to yield 2 minutes to the gentleman from Cherryville, Illinois, North Carolina, the gentleman, Mr. McHenry.
The gentleman is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank my colleague from Texas for yielding. I encourage my colleagues to vote no on this closed rule and vote no on the conference report on this so-called financial regulatory reform bill. I say so-called because this is not much in the way of reform. It's change, it's manipulation, and it's going to be harmful to the American people. My district is still mired with high unemployment. We've got over 13% unemployment in western North Carolina. The people across this nation have about 10% unemployment nationally. People are hurting. Small businesses in my district are worried about access to credit. Families are worried about being able to keep their credit card, keep their checking account, and keep the financial products that they know and like. Unfortunately, this bill, this legislation, restricts credit and makes credit less available and tighter going forward. And it makes it harder for small businesses that are struggling to meet payroll, much less create jobs, to make ends meet. Now, the new taxpayer-funded bureaucracy this legislation creates will intervene in the financial affairs of every single American, and not for the better. The results will be fewer loans for people to buy a car, purchase a home, go to college, or start a small business. And to make matters worse, and the kicker with this bill, is that it won't prevent the next crisis, and it doesn't even address the root causes of the last crisis. Certainly, we're in favor of making sure the last crisis we face doesn't ever happen again. I think we agree on that, Republicans and Democrats. The fact is, this bill doesn't address the root causes of the last crisis. And so to call this a reform is a sham. It's a fraud. And I encourage my colleagues to vote against it. And I yield back.
The gentleman from